had our largest applicant pool, and you guys are one of 80 students that we offered spots to in Edge this year. Okay, so if you guys don't know me, my name's Dan Symington. Okay, I am the director of Edge, and I also want to introduce Mari Farley, our curriculum coordinator for Edge. Go ahead, Mari.
Hi there, I'm Mari Farley, and excited to be on with you. You guys should be really excited to be here. It is quite an honor, and I don't know, I like saying class of 2025. So I don't know, it's a cool class. I like maybe solid numbers. So congratulations for being born when you are, but awesome interviews, and excited to have you part of Edge next year.
Awesome, good, good. So guys, we are so excited for you. You guys, with that being said, like all the kids that applied, you guys did an amazing job. You were thoughtful in your application. You were thoughtful in your interview process. You obviously impressed the people that interviewed you. You guys should feel really proud. And what I'm going to tell you guys, the next 4 years is going to be an incredible educational journey where you guys, the hope is that you absolutely come to school and you're excited about everything that you get to do in this program. Okay, so we're excited to have you. We can't wait to see you guys in person, okay, which hopefully we will be ready to go next year and get you guys started on the right foot as a class. We're still holding out hope that as a group, we can meet this spring for our incoming freshman night with all of our Edge students, okay, where you guys will get to know each other and we'll kind of talk more details about the program and everything that you're going to go through. Okay, but with that being said, today is really about registering for your classes. Okay, so, and I want to make sure, you know, in a typical year, I would come and I would meet with all of you guys and just make sure that you guys are set up for success and you kind of have a plan. Okay, so really, we always look at this as this is a 4-year journey for you. Okay, and every year is going to be different, but it never hurts us to start thinking 4 years ahead and for you to kind of have an idea of what direction you're going to go. Okay, so you need to know as a freshman student, we are going to start talking about your future. Now, can anyone out there, and put it in the chat, what does the first E in EDGE stand for? Does anyone know what the first E in EDGE stands for? Good job, Siddharth. All right, explore. Good, good, good. A few of you guys got it. That's awesome. Okay, and then what's the second one? The D. What is the D? Good. All right, good, good. You guys are on this. All right, you guys are already ahead of the game here. All right. So each letter in EDGE is really the theme for whatever year you're in. So your freshman year is about explore. Okay. So our focus is, and I know all of you guys are like, I think I want to be this when I grow up. I might want to go into this industry. We want to expose you to as many jobs, careers, pathways, content, projects as possible, because ultimately, when you guys are old like me, we want you to be in a job and a career that you love going to, and you know what all the opportunities are. Okay, so freshman year is really about exploring all the things that you might find an interest in. Okay, and I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, EDGE, no matter where you're coming from, this is going to be a totally different educational experience than what you've had. Okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, so next year you will notice some of you have already registered for biology. Well, you're not just going to be doing biology next year. It's a 3-year process in science. So you're going to do some biology, some chemistry, some physics. And then the same thing sophomore year. Okay, you're going to experience all of those in the same year. Okay, because really what we're focused on, when you do biology as a freshman, by the time you're a senior, you've probably forgot a lot of biology. Okay, so if you were going to go into an AP biology class, you really weren't prepared because you haven't experienced biology in 3 years. It's the same thing, like we're going to work with you guys on the SAT. Does anyone know why the SAT is important? Anybody? What did we say?
Determines which college you're going to go into.
Yeah, so right now it helps you get into college. Okay. So that might change by the time you guys are seniors. It might not matter. Okay. But we look at it as it's an easy way for you to get a lot of scholarship money. Okay. And so we're going to do everything we can to prepare you for that SAT. Okay. So same thing in math. If you only study Algebra 1 as a freshman, there's a lot of algebra on that SAT. Okay, so that's why we do integrated math. Okay, because every year you are going to experience algebra, geometry, trigonometry concepts to make sure that you don't forget it just after you take some test. Okay, so one thing you guys got to understand is even though you're registering for biology, you're going to explore a lot of different science, and you're going to explore it throughout your 4 years in Edge in order for you to really remember and learn, which is something that you guys all talked about in your interview. Like, yeah, I do things, I take a test, and then I never use it again. We want all the stuff that we do to have meaning, to have purpose for you, and, you know, make it something that you care about and you understand why we're doing it. You're not just going to do things in this program because the teacher says. You have to understand how it's going to help you in your future. And sometimes this might be a skill that you need to be successful in life. Sometimes it might be in math. The only reason you need this math is so that you know it on the SAT and you can answer every question possible. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if that all kind of makes sense to you guys. Thumbs up. Yep, we're all in this program for the right reason. Okay, and I told you guys, those of you who are able to attend shadow days, our ultimate goal is to create an education that impacts and inspires you guys towards greatness. Okay, my hope is you all get into the college of your dreams. Okay, so that's our biggest hope for all of you guys, and that you ultimately get a career and live an amazing life. Okay. So with that being said, there are some things that you need to be aware of in terms of registering within the Edge program. So let me just see a thumbs up again if you received the email from Legend High School, okay, that has all your course registration, how you do it, all of those different things. Okay, good. Seeing lots of thumbs. Okay. And Mari, maybe in the chat, if you did not get that email, okay, will you in the chat just say, can you please send me the email? Or no, how about this? Let's do this. Mari, why don't you put your email in the chat for anybody who did not get an email about registration? All right.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So you guys can all see my screen. If you go to, and if you guys are on your computer, if you go to the Legend High School website and you click on Students and Academic Course Guide, this will be one of your best resources, okay, as you guys go through high school, okay? All right, so one of the things that I first want to talk to you guys about in terms of registration. Okay, so we are really trying to make sure that when you are a junior and senior, okay, you're going to hear the term own your learning a lot. Okay, own your learning is something we talk about a lot. We want you guys to be in charge of your path and your education. Okay, and how to become intelligent people. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to make sure we take care of certain credits. Okay, so if you guys are looking on my screen here and you see number 2 and it says earn 24 credits, it says you need 4 credits or 4 years of language arts. Notice it says 3 years of math. But if you are going to college, you need 4 years of math. But in order to graduate from high school, you only need 3. 3 years of science, 3 years of social studies, then practical arts, fine arts, and physical education. So as you guys are registering, you have 2 years, okay, my goal for all of you is in 2 years, you complete your practical art, your physical education credit, and your fine art credit. Okay. Now, if you love classes in the fine arts, you love ceramics, draw and paint, okay, theater, choir, band, orchestra, and you want to take 4 years of that, you will have that opportunity. Okay. But you guys, I want to make sure you get these credits done so that you are in charge and can take the classes that are best going to prepare you for college and your career, junior and senior year. Okay. So with that being said, you guys need to be aware as you register, okay, for EDGE classes. Now, most of you have probably seen you need to sign up for English, math, science, and social studies, but also just your freshman year, you are taking a concurrent enrollment class, a college level course called MGD 102 Intro to Multimedia and MGD 114 Adobe InDesign. That class will take care of your practical art credit. Now, if you still want to take engineering or something like that, or business and marketing, you are welcome to do that. But I would say that one of your credits should be a fine art or a physical education as you guys are planning this. Okay. With that being said, now you can take 1 semester of physical education and 1 semester of fine art. Okay. But the ultimate goal is by the end of sophomore year, you have all of those credits completed. Give me a thumbs up if you understand that. Good. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can navigate this.
So if you guys are actually trying to get on the website, the district is down, I think, on the website. So if you're trying to get there, you'll be able to see this in a few minutes or maybe a few hours, but Mr. Symington is showing you what you can find on the website normally.
Thank you, Mari. You're right. Yeah, I heard that the websites were down. Okay, so now as you guys are registering for classes, if you go to the EDGE course section, you will notice you can choose between English 1, English 1 Honors, World History is what you need to register for, Biology Honors, Integrated Math 1 or 2. Now, some of you guys are currently in geometry. If you're currently in geometry and you got an A, I would go into Integrated Math 3. If you get a B or lower, I would redo Integrated Math 2. Okay. So if we were transferring things over, if you're in Math 8 right now, you're going to go into Integrated Math 1. If you're currently in Algebra 1 and doing very well, an A, maybe a high B, you are going to go into Integrated Math 2. And if you're currently in geometry, you're going to go into Integrated Math 3. And then you need to make sure that you sign up for first semester MGD 102 Intro to Multimedia and MGD 114 Adobe InDesign. Those are your freshman courses. Then you'll notice in 10th grade year, okay, you will have 3 credits that you can choose on elective credits that you choose on your own. Okay, and it will be like that every year after that. Now, you will get honors classes. You can earn honors classes every year. Okay, but we do honors a little different, and we'll talk to you guys about that. You don't need to worry about it right now. If you want English honors, you love English, it's your favorite subject, okay, and you want to work really hard at it. Same thing with biology. We also have world history honors, but that's something that you will have to earn when you are here, and we'll talk about that. Okay, you do have to take these 2 courses. Okay, these 2 courses. Now, let me tell you the reason. First off, we want you guys to start off with college credit. You get 6 college credits right off the bat as a freshman. The other aspect of these 2 courses is it will teach you all of this presentation, all of the technology skills you need to be successful the rest of your 4 years in EDGE. Okay, so we talk a lot about being professional, okay, and that includes your presentation style. We don't want just We're not going to do poster boards. We're not going to do PowerPoints. We know that technology is ever changing in our world, and you guys need to have a good foundation for that. All right. So those are 2 required courses within Edge. Okay. Now, actually registering for classes. Okay. So I'm going to show you, if you have not done this, this is the most important part. I know you guys all got registration sheets, but this is the most important part, is that you actually put these in the computer. Okay, so when you log in to your portal account, you're going to click on More. You're going to go to Course Registration. Okay, you're registering for the 2021-22 school year. Okay, now when you're ready to add courses and you've gone through your registration sheet, you're just going to go off that sheet. Now, here's my advice to you guys. Less is more. Okay. And what I mean by that is, if I want to take engineering, I don't need to type in the whole word engineering. I just do ENG, and then I can go down to here and click plus and request. Okay. So any engineering course I might be interested in, that's how we do it. An easy way to do it in Edge, okay, is if you can, all you have to do for your Edge courses, your core courses, is if you type in Edge. For all of your classes, you need to make sure that this number says Edge. Okay, so I know I need biology. I'm going to request that. Okay, and then make sure you do semester 1 and semester 2. Okay, semester 1 and semester 2. That's really important. Then I can go down to English. I can do English 1 honors, English 1 honors semester 2. I can do my math. I can do my science. I can do my social studies, which is world history. Okay, so this is what you're looking for with all of your classes. If this says 58 out of 64, you didn't quite, you might be missing like semester 2 or something else on your course list. Okay, so you can go back, and these are the courses. Okay, and then if you ever make a mistake, okay, you can always delete the request, okay, and kind of play in here, okay, and just kind of make sure that everything looks right for what you want, so that you can get to 64 out of 64. Okay. Now, here's the other thing that you guys need to be aware of. Alternates. Okay. So if I'm adding a course, okay, I'm going to pick the classes I absolutely want. But if there's a conflict, or there's not enough kids, or there's too many kids in a class, who do you think gets kicked out of those classes? Anyone want to guess?
Edge students.
No, not Edge students. Not Edge students.
There you go, JC.
Yeah.
Freshmen.
Freshmen. Thank you, JC. Okay, so electives, okay, freshman students usually are at the bottom of the barrel, because like seniors and juniors, they don't have much time to take those classes. Okay, so if it's me, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to type in different electives that I might be interested in, and then I'm going to put them as an alternate here. Okay, I would choose up to 4 alternates, just like, and these are classes, if I don't get my first choice, I wouldn't mind taking choir. Okay, so different examples of that. All right, so really, guys, that's what I really wanted to go over, and make sure that you guys are set up for success. You know how to register, okay, just to kick things off. If you have questions right now, Mari and I will answer them. Go ahead and type them in the chat, and we will get to your questions. Okay, remember, Mari, what's the due date for these guys to do this on the computer?
February 8th, so that would be Monday. Hopefully you attended Legend Begins, or at least can access Legend Begins on our website to get more information about all the various classes, but February 8th, so that's Monday.
Good. All right, I'm seeing some good questions coming in as you guys are typing those. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing. Okay, at Legend High School, you have an academic advisor. Okay, I am your academic advisor. So if you have any questions on course registration or anything Edge, I'm your go-to person. So you guys can reach out. Right now, obviously, our older kids are registering for classes, so I'm setting up one-on-one meetings with them. If they have questions, want to talk through anything, okay? My job in this program is to take care of you guys, make sure you have an amazing four-year experience, and I work really hard for that, okay? So if you guys ever have questions, I'm your first go-to with anything in regards to Edge, all right? So Mari, do we have some themes that we want to throw out here?
Yes, I just answered the registration question. So just one more time on registration in case more of you have that same question. The turn in part of registration is the online. Okay, unless you don't have a student portal account, that is your turn in. The paper that you can print out from the emails that you've got is basically the guide. It's got a chart on there for you to kind of understand everything, but there's nothing to turn in unless you don't have a student portal account. Okay, so we have a question about language. Would world language, be an elective? And we have just confirmation on all classes need to be in Edge. So not all classes, but the core classes and then the 2 MGD classes. So after that, there's still 4 more classes that you'll be able to take. So language, couple languages. Are you allowed to take 2 languages? Or what does language count for?
Yeah. Okay. So your language, you will notice, let me go back to present mode. You do not need world language to graduate from Legend High School. Okay. So a lot of kids think that a language is required. You do not need it to graduate, but you do need it to get in. You need 1 year to get into a 4-year college. Okay. So do understand you do need at least 1 year. Some of our kids don't take it freshman year and take it sophomore year, so they have more elective options. World language does count as one of your electives, okay? So the only classes you're taking in Edge are your 4 cores, math, science, social studies, and English, and then the MGD course, and that's just as a freshman, okay? But on here, there's no requirement. Over here are the college requirements. You will see you need 1 year of that. Okay, so if you're going to do Spanish 1, Spanish 2 next year, okay, that would be one of your elective courses.
All right, I'm going to buzz through a few of these questions while I catch up. You guys are asking good questions. So if you start an integrated 3 now, for math, you would just increase after that to multiple levels, and you could potentially end with some sort of calculus or something like that towards the end of your 4-year experience. And you can see all that in the course guide as well. And you can see just in the Edge section exactly where that would be on a path for seniors. Psychology, definitely an elective you're welcome to take in your junior and senior year. So that would be school-wide. That's an elective for students that are juniors and seniors. Registration is not first come, first serve for electives. You don't have to frantically get it in tonight or anything like that. We just take an overall look at the numbers and then make sections accordingly. And then if we have to cut, we will cut from there. But it is not first come, first serve. Color Guard is not a PE credit. Maya, there's a PE waiver that maybe come into play, but we can talk more specifically about that. But it does not count right off the bat as a PE credit. Yes, you can take 2 languages if you want. Playing a sport in terms of PE requirement, again, kind of with the Color Guard piece, you have the varsity sport experience that can possibly go towards PE, but that's, again, a conversation with Mr. Symington. So again, varsity, and some freshmen make varsity, but not a lot do. So maybe eventually a waiver for the PE credit. Broadway dance can count either as PE or fine arts, and yes, you're able to take it. There's some questions, Dan, about the semester piece. So maybe just dive in on like, what is a semester class? We're talking about the MGD classes specifically.
Okay. So if you guys look here and you're on the course guide, okay, this, like I said, this is a great resource for you guys to look at. Okay. So if we go deeper into the course guide, okay, you will see right here where it says credit category. 1.0 means a full year of that course. Okay. And then you will see like here, US government says 0.5. So that's just the semester of it. Okay. So one semester is going to be your MGD course 102 right here, 0.5. And then the second semester will be the MGD 114. Does that answer that, Mari?
Yep, it should for sure. I think there was just confusion on the semester versus the year.
Yeah. And then a question here about AP Human Geography.
Okay.
So you can take AP Human Geography, but it would be one of your electives. Okay. So one of the things you guys, I think you all have this concept down, is interdisciplinary learning. Okay. So the idea that all of your EDGE classes are connected. Okay. So if you're doing a project and you're studying a concept in social studies class, you might be reading a book in English that relates to that theme or concept. Okay. So you need to be in world history so you can get all elements of that project. Now, we have had some kids take AP Human Geography as one of their electives. Okay. Those, you don't need to do that. I don't think that it helps you with college or anything like that, but you're welcome to do that if you love social studies from that standpoint. Okay.
So I think in general, I see a couple questions around this concept. So just the big overview, and again, if you didn't attend Legend Begins, that might help frame, some of this for you guys. We have 8 classes on our schedule, but one of those is lunch. Okay, so you actually have 7 classes that you take each semester. So within EDGE, 5 of those will be taken. Okay, from EDGE classes, whether it's social studies, English, math, science, and then the tech elective. Okay, and then you'll pick 2 more each semester. Okay, for some of you, that may be a year-long class like choir, where you'd have, choir all year. Or some of you may have 2 classes one semester and 2 completely different classes the next semester. Okay, so there was a lot of questions just around electives. So 5 of the 7 classes would be within EDGE, and then the 2 would be outside of EDGE each semester. Okay, so yes, strength conditioning is part of PE. There was, in terms of registration, so you should have gotten an email that explains how to register. It is through the Infinite Campus portal. Okay, so this, I think you guys call it the student portal maybe. It's not through the parent, it's through the student portal. Okay, I'm trying to scroll.
Okay, and then let me, I saw one about colleges want more than 1 year. Okay, so if you guys look, okay, on this sheet here at these 3 stars, okay, they also, as long as you are taking academic electives beyond world language, okay, so academic electives would be business courses, marketing courses, computer science, engineering, okay, or if you were taking science electives like zoology, astronomy, something like that, you don't necessarily need more than 1 year. Now, if you are going into a major in college that requires more than 1 year, then that's different. Okay. But yeah, but that's something you don't need to worry about. You just need to decide what you're going to do around world language. And I'm going to counsel you guys on that for years to come. Okay.
Okay, so we have just some clarifying questions. Just again, let me just reiterate the PE part. You know, a lot of freshmen take PE, a lot of sophomores take PE. If you're an athlete, chances are you're going to take PE. Some people are trying to have other things count for PE. Again, Mr. Symington will lead you through all of this, but it is a varsity sport that would take the place of that at some point, and or some participation in like marching band, okay, which would include color guard. So again, you know, he can walk you through more of those details, but there's quite a few questions around PE. And then the Adobe InDesign, the CAD, the digital video editing, those are all practical arts classes. And if they are on the freshman sheet, they are open to freshmen. So that's the thing too, when you guys see your sheet, you only see your sheet. Our senior sheet is probably 3 times as many classes offered. So there will be more opportunities for other classes as you go, but if they are on the freshman sheet, they are wide open for you guys to take them. And a PE, every class is a semester. You need a year to graduate, okay? And a year equals 2 semesters or 2 classes. Okay, yes, student portal for registration. Sorry, Dan, I think guys, that was all of them.
Yeah, so Ellie asked, can I take more than 2 honors classes? So you have the opportunity to get 3 honors classes in Edge as a freshman. And then like grades transfer, Algebra 1 and Geometry. So Geometry will transfer to high school. Algebra 1 does not transfer to high school. Okay, so that was one other question. Okay, so really, guys, it's kind of planning for 2 years. You want to get fine arts. Okay, fine arts would count anything in our visual arts department or our performing arts. Okay, so if you do performing arts or visual arts, that would count as a fine art. And obviously PE would be in the physical education offerings. Any of these 9th grade classes you can take for physical education credit.
I saw one question about sign language. Sign language is offered to our seniors, unless you take it outside of Legend for some reason. So sign language is offered there. That's our 4th language. The other part of this is on your registration sheet. I know the credit categories are confusing, but on your registration sheet in each box, you will see what that counts for. So it says across the top of each box, students are required to have 1 year of fine arts. Okay, so you know that that box counts for a fine arts credit. All right, so as you go then to your chart, you should be able to match those things up.
Yeah, PE classes, again, like you'll sign up for strength and conditioning fall. And if you want to do it again in the spring, then you have to sign up for the spring one because it says 0.5 right here, 0.5. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. We'll stay around for any questions if you have individual questions. Okay. But again, we are so excited for this class. Okay. I think this is going to be an incredible class. That's going to do amazing things, get into some great colleges. Just so excited that you guys are bought into this learning. It's going to be a really fun year next year and great 4 years. Siddharth, I'd say just hang on after. Okay. And we'll help some of you guys out if you still have questions, but I hope you're excited. It really is a fun educational experience and it's meaningful and going to prepare you guys for the future. Okay. So with that being said, if you have no other questions, you are good to go. Just give us a smile and a wave. Goodbye. See you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, so Xander, you do not need to turn that paperwork in. I emailed your mom today. You should be good to go, bud.
Hi, I have a question.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. It's for my son, obviously, not me. And he's still in school or he would be here. I'm wondering how many college credits are possible to earn in one's career in Edge? And does it differ in the traditional setting versus Edge, or is it the same just depending on where your learning is?
Yeah, it's totally up to the kid. It doesn't matter if they're in Edge or not. We've had several kids that have gotten over 32 credits and are starting college as a sophomore. So they have all those opportunities.
Okay.
Samantha, I'm getting back to you on everything. I did write that in the comments too, but I'm getting back to you on all the questions. So I think I was trying to do the math. I think it's up to 60 credits they can get by the end of everything. So.
But the maximum freshman year is 6 credits. Is that correct?
No, that's just